What's up everyone? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing something a little different than what I've done in the past. I know I've posted some videos around screen printing and stuff in past videos. Well, I have gotten a little lazy with that, and not every time do I want to load up a screen or 4 screens or however many colors it is just to print like 4 or 5 shirts. So there's this cool service out here. This is, by the way, this is not a sponsored video. This is just something that I've stumbled across and I've been using for a few different designs now, and it's awesome. It's called Ninja Transfers. They make direct-to-film transfers. It's basically, you can put a multitude of colors. It's printed on a piece of film, and then you can heat transfer that on to a shirt, fabric, you know, whatever you want. The nice thing about it though is you're not limited by the colors. It's a little expensive compared to screen printing, but for smaller orders, it's so much easier. So much less headache. It's just you take the film, put it on the shirt, press it down, and boom, there you go. So I'm gonna do 2 different types. I'm gonna show you the like standard ink that you would see on a screen printing shirt, kind of. Gives the same feel and honestly lasts just as long. And then we're gonna do a foil shirt and show you what that looks like too. So the press is heating up. We're currently at 173 degrees. I need this press to be at 320 for these transfers. So once that gets heated up, we'll cut back in and get started. Also, while this is heating up, one nice thing is they actually send you instructions. So if you've never heat pressed anything before, they send this with every order, which is super nice. Tells you how to press, how to peel it, all that. And they actually send you everything you need. The only thing you actually need to own is a heat press. But I mean, really, when it comes to that, you don't necessarily even need to own a heat press. You totally could go out and use a iron. It's just not going to be quite as efficient in heating or pressing. Not to mention, you can't really regulate the temperature that way, but you know, if you're just doing some stuff at home, it's a good option. But luckily, I do this fairly regularly, so it kind of made sense for me to get a heat press. I've had this for years. Before doing digital transfers, I actually did vinyl, or excuse me, before screen printing, I did vinyl. Then I went into screen printing, and now I have the opportunity to do DTF, which is kind of a newer type of technology. So yeah, let's go ahead and show you what it looks like. Okay, so we got this thing heated up here. My cameraman, AKA camera woman, wife, is going to film this. So we've got it set up here, but we need to cut out some of the transfers. So that is one thing that you can do that makes this like super easy, is doing gang sheets. So we have a gang sheet, which is a way of kind of putting as much as you can fit on, like this is a 2 feet by 5 feet roll. That's the most cost-effective way you can do this. Now, that being said, you can just do individual transfers. Those do cost more. So if you're okay with cutting, this is the way to go. So we're going to cut this out here. We're just gonna do 1 for now, just to make sure it looks good. Oops. Cool. So one thing you'll notice is it's backwards. Of course, this is backwards because when you lay it down, it needs to show the text and everything, right? So we're gonna, don't be surprised if one side looks backwards. That's kind of the whole point. So I'm gonna just line this up on the shirt the way I think it's going to be best. Oh, you don't have to do a pre-press on this either. That's one thing that they tell you don't have to do to get like the humidity or anything out. It really doesn't matter because you're actually gonna press this twice anyways. So normally you would do 3 inches down. It's been requested that we go a little lower than that. So we're gonna go like right about here. I don't know, personally, I think it needs to be a little higher, or we're gonna split the difference, put it like right there. I think that looks good. Now we're gonna take this, take our little sheet, cover it up, and do a press. So this is 310 degrees at 10 seconds, I think is what it says to do. I do a little longer. You can't ruin it. You can just worry about scorching the shirt. So make sure you just don't, you know, leave it on too much. I keep my press at about 320 and have this at 13 seconds for a press. So this is supposed to be a hot peel. So we're just going to pull this right off. Voila. So it's not completely on here just yet. You need to do a final press. So we're going to take it again, cover it up, and do another press. Wait 10 seconds. All right, that's enough. Pull it off. Voila, we have a completed shirt. There we go. It's ink. It's great. Good quality. I think these will be great. Do a little bit of a stretch test here, just like screen printing. This is awesome. So now that we've done this one, we're going to do a different type of process, which is the foil design. It's very similar. There's a few things that are different, so I want to show what that process looks like. So this next design is on a black shirt that we need to do. This is a long sleeve. Doesn't really matter. It's going to be the same process as far as the shirt goes. Don't even really need to pick that off because this is a pocket logo. So one thing you'll notice about foil transfers is you can't even see the design. So that's what's kind of interesting with this. It's going to show up on the back side. So makes it a little trickier for lining up, but we're going to make it work. The way I like doing pocket logos is I kind of bring this down at an angle so I can see, draw a line down here, draw a line over here, and I want to fit it somewhere in this area. Every single heat transfer shirt is going to be different. Unfortunately, that's just, they're not going to be on the platen the same. You're not going to be placing it the same. That's one drawback, but you can get as close as possible. Personally, I think this is a good spot for a large, so we're going to go with that. Kind of press it down. You can tape these. I just never really have done that. Put the layer on and do the first press. So one thing interesting about this is it does need to be a cold peel for the gold foil. So we have to wait for this to cool down. You can sit here and leave it on the platen, but I will tell you, it's going to take a lot longer to cool down. So we're gonna go ahead and set this over to the side. So this is completely cool to the touch now. So we're good to take this off. This is where it's gonna freak you out a little bit. Watch this. When I pull this, I gotta do it quick. See how it doesn't look good? That's kind of normal. This foil is a different process. So now we're going to load this back up for the final press. And we'll do the press. All right, so now that that is pressed, the ink should be good to go here. But you can see we've got some like remnants of foil that still just make this not a really clean design. So you gotta get back here with a lint roller and kind of take a lint roller, kind of rub it over it to get all that extra foil off the ink. But now we have a clean design. So guys, that's just an overview of digital transfers or DTF transfers, direct to film. They're awesome. This is Ninja Transfers is who I get them from. There's a lot of companies out there that probably do it, but Ninja Transfers has been great, so I'm gonna continue to use them, and their prices are pretty competitive. So yeah, if you wanna give them a try, I'll leave a link down below so you can check it out. Until next time, see you later. Thanks for watching.